Hey, yo, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is Smart TCG, and today I'm going to be going over my Jellicent Gardevoir deck. Now, Scarlet and Violet, Black Bolt, and White Flare are quickly approaching, and they are expected to shake up the metagame quite a bit, and this is one of the decks that has been getting a lot of hype. So today, I'm going to be going over some of the important cards, what the deck gains, and also my exact 60 for the deck right now. But with that being said, if you enjoyed the content, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and let's hop right into it. Alrighty, hopping into Gardevoir EX. Gardevoir EX has been dominating the standard format for quite some time, and it gets even better with Black Bolt and White Flare. Gardevoir EX with that powerful Psychic Embrace ability, allowing you to get pretty much unlimited energy onto the board, and Miracle Force as well being a very respectable attack, dealing 190 damage. This card pairs up exceptionally well with lots of powerful Psychic type Pokemon, but especially Munkidori, as you're able to damage yourself with that Psychic Embrace, and then Munkidori throw damage back onto their side of the board, making your attackers even more threatening. Alrighty, hopping into it here, we have one of the brand new cards in this deck. We have Frillish. Frillish is a 80 HP Psychic type basic Pokemon with that Sea Shadows attack, which deals 20 damage for 1 Psychic Energy, and during your opponent's next turn, they can't play any item cards from their hand. So pretty much is a super Badoo. Yes, it does take an energy, which is unfortunate, as something like Badoo doesn't take an energy, but you do deal 10 more damage, which can sometimes matter. So this card is going to replace the Badoo in the deck. On top of it too, it actually has a 3 retreat cost, which is quite nice because you can Psychic Embrace 3 times to it, put 60 damage on it, retreat it, put all those Psychics into the discard pile, which then gives you 60 damage to easily play with things like Munkidori's Adrenabrain. So that retreat cost is typically not that big of a deal and actually is a benefit to this card. Alrighty, hopping into one of the brand new and one of the most talked about cards from Black Bolt and White Flare, we have Jellicent EX. Jellicent EX is a 270 HP Stage 1 Psychic type Pokemon that evolves from Frillish with that Sea Curse ability, which reads, as long as this Pokemon is in the active spot, your opponent can't play any item cards or attach any Pokemon tool cards from their hand. Any type of item lock ability that is easy to get going is really powerful, and this is just a stage 1. You can very easily go into Jellicent on the second turn of the game and shut off a large portion of the opponent's deck, which is items. Its attack is also relatively decent. Power Press for 2 energy deals 80 damage, and if you have 4 energy on it, it deals 160. Now, usually an attack that takes 4 energy that deals 160 is relatively mediocre. However, paired up with Gardevoir, you can get this going very quickly. On top of it too, putting 4 energy on this Jellicent is okay because your retreat cost is so big at 3. You can attach 4 energy onto Jellicent, you can use the Power Press, and then you can retreat the Pokemon later on, put 3 of those 4 energies into the discard pile, and then Psychic Embrace them back onto the board, which means you're putting damage on the board that allows you to Munkidori damage back onto their side of the board. So actually, Gardevoir likes to have Pokemon with heavy retreat costs because it allows you to get tons of energies back into the discard pile, which gives you a lot of Munkidori flexibility. This card is absolutely amazing, really helps out against matchups like Golden Go, for example, also helps out in the mirror. There's just so many situations where this card is good due to that Sea Curse ability. This card is a slam dunk and keeps Gardevoir a top tier contender in the standard format. Next up here, we have Munkidori. Now, Munkidori is the backbone of the deck. It's the reason why Gardevoir is as powerful as it is. It creates multi-price card scenarios, and Mind Bend has become one of the best attacks in the game. With Charizard decks beginning to see a resurgence, we saw Charizard Pidgeot see success at the North American International Championships, and we also see Dragapult Charizard as well beginning to see quite a bit of success. Having access to that Mind Bend is really good against those matchups, also good against matchups like Golden Go, for example, good also versus matchups like Grimmsnarl as well. There's just so many situations where being able to confuse your opponent, force them into coin flips, and also have a Pokemon that can throw tons of damage onto their side of the board. There's so many situations where it's good, and this card is one of the best cards in the format, and as a slam dunk staple in it, you gotta play a thick count of this card, and yeah, it is fantastic. Next up here, we have Technical Machine Devolution. Now, this is a card that typically isn't played in a lot of Gardevoir decks, but with the Jellicent definitely is really good because it pairs well with Jellicent's ability, because if you're playing up against Charizard or, for example, the Mirror Match or Grimmsnarl, oftentimes they try and use Rare Candy at the beginning of the game to get into one of their attackers early on. which means that if you are able to TM Devolution them with a Jellicent in the active, you're item locking them, which stops them from using Rare Candy to get back into their Pokemon. So this is a great disruption card paired up with Jellicent's item lock, so that's the reason as to why this card is seeing play in this deck. Alrighty, here is the 60 that I have built. If you're interested in the 60, you can check out the description. The export of the deck will be down there. But starting off here, we got 3 Ralts, 2 Kirlia, 2 Gardevoir, relatively standard there. We have the 2-2 Jellicent line. 2-2 has felt completely fine. You're able to get it out consistently with things like Ultra Ball and also Technical Machine Evolution. We still got the one of Screamtail. Screamtail is still a very, very powerful attacker in the standard format. We unfortunately do not have room for the Drifloon Bravery Charm package, so Screamtail will be one of our main one prize attackers that we're using. So got the 3 Munkidori as well. Unfortunately, no space for the 4th one, like the list that won the North American International Championships. One of the things that is kind of unfortunate is when you do include the Jellicent line, you just don't have as many spaces for, some of those tech cards, like the 4th Munkidori, like the, potentially TM Energize as well, things like Energy Switch as well. So the list is a little bit tighter, but 3 Munkidori is still completely standard and fine. Typically, that's all you need. We got 1 Mew EX as well with that restart and also genome hacking. Very, very good against Charizard, being able to take one-hit KOs at the end of the game. We got the Lillie's Clefairy too. Great versus Dragapult decks. Just Full Moon Rondo in general is a very powerful attack. And 1 Fezandipiti as well for that flip the script ability. 4 Professor's Research, 4 Iono, 2 Arven, relatively standard supporter count there. 4 Ultra Ball, 2 Nest Ball, 2 Rare Candy, 3 Earthen Vessel. I saw some Japanese lists only playing 2 Earthen Vessel, but I still think that having that extra one is really, really important for that consistency. 2 Counter Catcher as well. No Boss's Orders. I know that some lists have been playing Boss's Orders, but I personally am a big fan of the 2nd Counter Catcher. We have 2 Night Stretcher, 1 Super Rod, 1 Secret Box, and then 2 TM Evolution and 1 TM Devolution. If you ever want to cut that TM Devolution, then you open up space for potentially the 3rd TM Evo, or maybe something like an Energy Switch or Bravery Charm. We got 2 Artazon as well for the Stadium of Choice. Just a great consistency card. You can get it off Secret Box. Really, really good card to have in the deck. And then 7 Psychic Energy and 3 Dark Energy to round out the list. This has been the list that I have been enjoying. It feels really good overall. It's able to set up, and it does what Gardevoir needs to do. Jellicent is just a really, really good card. But anyways, if you have any questions on the list, feel free to leave them in the comments. Let me know if there's anything that you might think should be included in this deck. But anyways, that's going to do it for me today. I appreciate all the support as always. And yeah, this is Smart TCG. I'll speak with you guys again soon. Peace out.